peace of mind. With the city so cold in the wintertime. In my mind, stuck in my mind. It gets dark inside. Trying to find some peace of mind. With the city so cold in the wintertime. In my mind, stuck in my mind. It gets dark.
Hello, all you Earth Daddies or Earth Mommies. This is your boy Midnight, and I'm doing a different type of video. I think this video is definitely well needed, and it's basically just talking about a topic that's really important, and the importance is to notice the impact that you have on people's lives. You know what I mean? And to not focus on don't always focus on yourself, man. I mean, a lot of things in life, it's here to teach you to only worry about yourself and only think about, what's going on in your own life, when, you really need to start digging deep down and figuring out what's really the most important thing. Is it really just you? You know what I mean? Is the most important thing in your life only you, bro? Because sometimes, I sit back and I reflect upon things. For me, I'm a deep thinker. Like I said, I'm very empathic. So energy is I'm very sensitive around energy. You know what I mean? And it's a good thing and it's a bad thing at the same time. But we really need to start focusing on how we're what kind of effect do we have on society and other people's lives, not just ourselves. Like, I'm just sitting here, I'm kind of taking a little Epsom salt bath. It's not a full bath. It's kind of just my legs and my feet. You know what I mean? I would just jump in here, take the full on bath, but I still got a fresh tattoo. I'm not trying to put it in some Epsom salt, right now. But I'm just sitting here and I gotta stay here like at least 30 minutes to an hour, you know what I mean, to get the full effects of this Epsom salt. But basically, I just started reflecting, like thinking about how important it is to try to make a difference in other people's lives, and to actually state it and say it, you know what I mean, to actually spread that message out to other people that watch this video, to kind of just put it in perspective, you know what I mean, and kind of see, where you fall line in this life. Like, are you just living to experience things? Are you just trying to be all about yourself, like just stacking bread, whatever. There's nothing wrong with those things. Those are great things to do. But what you're gonna realize, as you get older, is that doesn't matter as much as the impact you make on other people's lives. You know what I mean? And that doesn't matter as much as how many people, you helped along the way, you know what I mean, that you could, the way you affected somebody, you know what I mean? Because a lot of ways the society is kind of teaching you just to not care about the next man, you know what I mean, the next person, you know what I mean, only worry about yourself, but that's all ego, and it's funny because for me, I had to go through, a dark night of the soul and a very traumatic ego death, you know what I mean. It was something that was needed, but at the time, I didn't understand why I was going through the things I was going through, and ever since then, I've been more selfless, and I started recognizing how being egotistical and just being all about myself all the time is actually not as effective. And it's not as effective because I'm my point of view and what I'm focusing on is good for my own self, but it's not like pushing the needle in helping society and helping, people evolve and become better, you know what I mean? And for me, I feel like it's important to push the narrative, to try to be, influential, and to be an important person to bring light to others and to help people recognize, things that they need to see about themselves and how they can be just the most amazing influential person to become the best version of themselves, because it's really tough, because the society, especially the world that we're living in right now, there's just a lot of things going on which should open your eyes to what really matters in your life, you know what I mean, and what you really need to focus on and to nurture, you know what I mean, to live, the best possible life you can, you know what I mean, but at the same time having an effect on other people, especially people that are close to you, and in a deep way, in a profound way, to be able to just be like that guiding light, you know what I mean, for people, and that compass, it's like you want to be a compass, for all the people, you know what I mean, that you can, because like for me, for example, nobody gave me a compass, man, in this life, you know what I mean. Nobody came down, or nobody sat down and, you know what I mean, tells you which way to go, what direction to go. You had to make the choices and live with your choices, and then learn from mistakes or victories that happened because of the choices that you made, you know what I mean. And just reflecting upon that now, I think it's important to share that insight so other people can actually become better people, you know what I mean, and live and lead better lives, meaningful lives, not just selfish, all about me type of lives, you know what I mean. Because if everybody is all about themselves, you know what I mean, then what is this world, you know what I mean, turning into? It's turning into just a rat race, like everyone for themselves type of situation, and really that's not really doing anything to help society or help the world, in a lot of ways. Our world is actually headed down a dark path right now, and it's really because a lot of people, they're not reflecting upon their overall impression of who they could be and how they can be the greatest version of themselves to guide people like a compass, you know what I mean. Because everybody's lost, and everyone goes through a time of being lost, you know what I mean. It's like everybody in this world, man, they live in their life, and they're driving their life without navigation, you know what I mean. But like for me, like I'm old enough to know what the world was, what's driving like without navigation and what's driving like with navigation, you know what I'm saying. Like there's a big difference between driving without navigation and not knowing where you're going, and having something there to guide you to your destination, something to help you guide you to the next destination, the destination that's upcoming for yourself, you know what I mean. And how helpful that is to have that navigation to bring you to that destination that means that means the next step for yourself in your life. You know what I mean? It's tough though, you know what I mean? Because not a lot of people, you know, reflect upon life in a manner where they can recognize the importance of trying to be a compass, you know what I mean? Trying to help the next man get to where they're trying to go, you know what I mean? Trying to guide them through this darkness, through all of these crazy choices, through all of these perils and booby traps that, you know, that could be set in your life, you know what I mean? Like, to actually have, you know, a guiding hand and where you're trying to go, where you're trying to be, you know? I think it's very important to have that, because it's like, you don't want to waste gas, right? When you don't have navigation, you can be wasting gas. You might even be circling the block 10, 20 times before you actually learn which way to go, and to learn to navigate through that situation, you know what I mean? To get to the next landmark, the next city, or whatever, you know what I mean, you're trying to get to, you know? And I think we got to take more time and actually recognize, you know, the effect of our choices, you know, and the effect of how powerful everyone is, and how important and imperative it is to provide a compass, you know what I mean? Just to have the option, you know, you don't even have to take the advice, you know what I mean? You just have to know that it's an option for you to see what's ahead in the next steps, you know, that you're headed in, you know what I mean? Just to have that little guidance, you know what I mean? That map, you know what I mean? To the buried treasure, you know, the treasure which is your goal, you know what I mean? Your next situation, your next destination, you know, how important it is to have that option, that gift, to have that, to be able to navigate through the Rocky Mountains or through a mountain range that you never been through, you know what I mean? Instead of just winging it and trying to learn on your own, you're gonna waste gas and you're gonna waste time, you know what I mean? But if someone actually gave you the compass or like a navigation to lead you through this forest, to lead you through this mountain range, you know what I mean, to get to the next overpass, you know what I mean, the next grassy knoll, you know what I mean, just to make sure that you get to that position, that location, to know, you know, that you're in good hands, and that there's nothing to worry about, and to continue to move forward, you know what I mean, and to have the strength, and to have the abilities to know, you know, who you are, and know where you're going, and know that you're headed in a positive direction, and not going down a slope where you have a great possibility to crash, a great possibility to miss the right turn, you know what I mean, to get to the next level, you know what I mean, like to have that next jump, you know what I mean, to know, you know, that even if you don't know where you're going, to know that there is guidance, and there's something here to help you, you know what I mean, and to know that you're not the only one, you know what I mean, that's trying to find their way in this maze, you know, this maze of life, you know what I mean, because we're all in this maze of life together, you know, we're all in this situation, trying to succeed, you know what I mean, try to find abundance, you know what I mean, but it's also important to highlight that, like, you know, they call it the rat race, you know, for cheddar and stuff, like, don't move forward and base your life just on finances and money and wealth and status, that type of stuff, because that's all good and dandy, but it's not everything in his life, you know what I mean? Even if you conquer those goals, what you're gonna find out is that there's still other challenges and other obstacles that you have to face even after that, you know what I mean? It's like this life is never like, it's never a straight and narrow path, you know what I mean? There's always gonna be twists, turns, you know, roadblocks, you know what I mean? Obstacles that's gonna appear in your path to your next destination, to your next situation, your next goals, you know what I mean? And that's okay, because those roadblocks, those lessons are what helps you, you know what I mean, become better and become stronger. You know what I mean? If you recognize the lesson and you recognize, you know, why you're facing these challenges, you know what I mean, and recognize the lesson in it, and recognize how you can improve, you know what I mean, through those challenges and those barriers. Like, no matter what you go through, you know what I mean, you're always gonna become better. But you have to self-reflect, and you have to recognize that within yourself, because there's a lot of people that go through this life and they go through all of these challenges, go through all of these twists, and don't even self-reflect. Like, why did I even go through that? Why did I have to take that why did I run into that dead end? You know what I mean? Like, why did that happen? You know what I mean? They're not even taking the time to recognize that they actually hit a dead end, and it was a decision that they made to hit that dead end. You know what I mean? They don't even recognize that. They just see that they hit a dead end, and then they move forward trying to figure out their way. But you got to sit back and reflect upon it to become better. You know what I mean? To make yourself see the value in the obstacle, the value in that barrier, you know what I mean? Because everything is put in your life for a reason, you know what I mean? Everything is you're going through these things for a purpose, you know what I mean? It's not just some random, you know, some random select type of life, you know? It's not random select, man. At least I don't believe that way. Some people can believe that, but I don't believe that, you know what I mean? I believe we have choices, and those choices lead to possibilities, and each possibility is either going to be a lesson or it's going to be a victory, you know what I mean? But to know that when you do get a victory, it's still a lesson in that victory, you know what I mean? It's not just a victory, it's a chance to become a more complete person with every obstacle, with every victory, with every decision. How important it is to continue to move forward, you know, even if you hit dead ends, roadblocks, to just keep persevering, and to understand the lesson that the lesson of running into that dead end, that roadblock, you know what I mean? Because there's a reason why you wandered in that direction, you know what I mean? There's a reason for that. It's for a higher purpose, you know what I mean? I believe that, and I always have believed that. Even before Dark Night of the Soul, I believed that. I just didn't believe it in the extent, to the deepest extent, like now, you know what I mean? I started to, you know, connect all the dots, you know, and realize, you know, that the stages of life that, you know, I was going through is something that I was meant to go through, and it was meant to make me a better person, you know what I mean? To be a better version of me, you know what I mean? Better version of myself, to be that person, you know, that continues to persevere and to fight through all the obstacles and all the chaos and like all the negativity, and just to always keep my head up and to keep working hard, you know what I mean, on the next destination, on the overall picture, you know what I mean, to kind of look at this whole board from a bird's eye view, instead of, you know, it's kind of like looking at a maze. Like, you could either look at the maze as a rat walking through the maze, you know, looking for the cheese, or you can look at it like a bird's eye view above the maze and actually see these other perspectives in it, these other possibilities in it. You know what I mean? These lessons. You know what I mean? These situations for you to continue to build upon yourself with, and to know that whatever choices, whatever decisions that you actually go through, to see above it all. You know what I mean? To see like what the person above sees. You know what I mean? To know that no matter the details, no matter what you go through, that it was just another leg of the maze. You know, it wasn't the whole thing. You know, like it wasn't that little piece, that little stage of your life wasn't the whole thing. It was just a lesson. It was just a cycle, you know what I mean, for you to complete and to test you on your next destination, you know, the next steps you're going to take, because your choices do, your next destination reflect upon those choices, you know what I mean? That's the free will. You know, I could talk about free will forever, man, because people don't understand how much free will plays a role in where you're headed in this life, man. You know, like it's like, have you ever played that game? What's that game? Is it War or whatever? I forgot. It's a board game where you're trying to like take over the world, and you take over each country, and you're trying to take over the whole world. You know what I mean? It's like to actually be above and actually see all of the angles and the moves, you know what I mean, that you could possibly take in a situation, and to see above what's actually in front of you, you know what I mean, and to be knowledgeable, to know that we control a lot of our direction, you know what I mean, and the directions that we choose dictate circumstances in our lives, and to be able to take accountability for the way certain things conclude to, you know what I mean, in your life, you know what I mean, and just to recognize, you know, like we're all just trying to survive in this crazy world, and to understand that, you know, we can still live this life and live really good, but still make an impact, you know what I mean, no matter where we go, you know, and to understand that we're stronger than we have credit for, you know what I mean, and to understand that we're powerful enough and sophisticated enough to see that no matter which direction that we're headed in, that we're gonna be okay, and that we're gonna believe in ourselves, and that we're gonna continue regardless of circumstances, and to continue to fight for the next destination that we're headed to, and to know that whatever steps that we take in whatever direction that we go in is gonna be okay, because we see it, we see where we're going, and we see the lessons that we're taking care of, and we understand, you know, where we was before and where we're gonna be, as long as we believe in ourselves, you know what I mean, and understand that we have to just try our best to live this life, but also live this life in a righteous manner, to be able to help, you know, somebody trying to find their way through the maze, especially if they're having trouble seeing these angles, these lessons, you know, seeing what it means to be an individual that never stops, who continues to fight, you know what I mean, who continues to be continues to improve, and continues to make a difference, you know what I mean, in their own lives and the people that they encounter, you know what I mean, to have that effect, to be able to make somebody see where they need to go and see why they're where they're at. You know what I mean? To give them that helping hand, that motivation to be what they need to be their most effective selves. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, damn, what was that movie called, man? There's a movie before, I forgot what it was called, but damn, I can't remember what the name of the movie was, but it was a movie just about, it was about life, you know, and just understanding the effect, because I feel like that's the one thing that's overlooked, is the effect, the amount of clarity somebody can have to illuminate situations. You know what I mean? Not only their situation, but situations of other people that they connect with, and what they find themselves being in a friendly relationship with, you know what I mean? And just to notice the effect that you have on people, because it's like sometimes you don't even realize the effect that you have on other people sometimes, you know what I mean? It's like sometimes when let's just say you having a bad day at work or something, and then let's just say you got some kids or something, and then you get home, you're really mad at work, and you take it out on your kids. You know, they didn't deserve that. You know what I mean? That's something that you need to work on for yourself, and to know that that's not okay to project that energy onto people that it doesn't belong to. You know what I mean? We have to know that our actions that we take affect people. You know what I mean? It affects people. You know, regardless of if it's positive or a negative manner, just know that, you know, what you do affects other people, you know, and to take that in account when you're in a situation where you could, you know, do something that you regret, or you could be proud of something that you've done for somebody. You know what I mean? Do you know how amazing it feels when you help somebody elevate, or help somebody get past a struggle, or help somebody get to that next level? You know what I mean? Because that next level it's dope to see. It's like the NBA or athletes in general, right? It's like if everybody just worked on their own game and didn't share any of the knowledge or any of the game, do you know how irrelevant the game would be if there was only one person that understood how to be the greatest version of themselves, instead of sharing that knowledge with others and actually watch them blossom into who they can be, you know, who they should be, you know, the possibility of their greatness, you know what I mean? To know that maybe the person that you're helping, what if this is the person that figures out the cure for COVID or something, or this is the person that figures out how to solve the world's problem with food shortages or natural disasters, like the thing that's going on in Hawaii. You know, like that's a terrible tragedy, you know what I mean? And that's actually going on right now. That's the big thing in the news, the thing that's kind of it's really sad, you know what I mean, to see that, you know. But to just have that, to know that, you know what I mean, what if the person that you helped, that small little insignificant guidance, that little help that you did for that person, what if that was the thing that pushed this person to do something great, you know what I mean? And then to recognize that if you didn't do that little small thing for this person, they would never be what they were supposed to be, or never discover what they're supposed to discover, or they'd never, you know, be who they're supposed to be. How important that little piece of knowledge was, that to know how important that help that you gave him, how important that is, you know what I mean, to see that, you know what I mean, and to know that was they got there partially because of what you've done for them, you know what I mean. Like, I think that's dope, you know. People tend to not, they tend to overlook how impactful their help and their influence can be in other people. You know what I mean? You got to recognize that more. You know what I mean? And you got to recognize how you can be, you know, just this impactful person, you know what I mean? And be an impactful person in your life, to be productive, you know what I mean? To see this great person do something great, you know what I mean? And to know that you had a part and a piece of their puzzle to get to their full potential. You know what I mean? You know how dope that is to unlock somebody. Like, it's kind of like in a video game, right? It's like to unlock that achievement, you know, that medal, you know what I mean? To unlock that, to help someone unlock that within themselves. You know, it's kind of like those like some of those shooter games, you know what I mean? Those shooting games where you unlock these perks, you know what I mean? And these perks help you succeed in life, you know what I mean? And to help someone, you know, unlock a perk that they didn't even know they had it in themselves, you know, they didn't know they had that ability, they didn't know they had that inside themselves, you know what I mean? That's dope, you know what I mean? And to know that you were the one that helped them get to that point, you know what I mean? And I think that's amazing, you know what I mean? Just to be that person, to be able to just continuously help people become amazing people, you know what I mean? And to lead them the right way, instead of trying to destroy, you know what I mean? Trying to bring down, you know what I mean? To project upon other people your own insecurities and your own negative traits, you know what I mean? That's wrong, you know what I mean? You gotta self-reflect upon that and do the shadow work to become better, you know what I mean? Because there's a lot of us out here, we've done a lot of work on ourselves. We've done a lot of shadow work. You know, you don't get to this level just overnight, bro. You know what I mean? You have to have gone through some things in your life to be able to actually speak upon situations, to be able to enlighten and shed light upon that wisdom that was gained from the experience that you had, you know what I mean? To be able to gift that to somebody, like a birthday present, you know what I mean? To give that to somebody, for them to open, to recognize, you know what I mean, the dopeness, the greatness that they are, you know what I mean? To see that potential in somebody, and to help them unlock it, to just make them be like that MVP in basketball, you know what I mean? To be the scoring champion, you know what I mean? The season scoring champ, you know what I mean? The defensive player of the year, you know what I mean? Like the MVP, man. And I just think it's important for us to highlight that, and to also continue to affect people in a positive manner, because you never know, man. That person might return a favor for you, and that might be your opportunity to be the greatest version of yourself, and actually to help people, to help this planet, to help this society, to help do something great that'll make you something that you feel proud of, you know what I mean? To be able to display, you know, who you really are, and not who you want to be seen as. To actually be the truest version of yourself, and to be the greatest version of yourself, and to be that person that can be the highest version, you know what I mean? The greatest the highest level of your potential, and to unlock that within yourself. I don't know, that's just what I was thinking about right now, and I just wanted to share that with this video. I know I haven't been as productive on fooling the videos. Like I said in my last video, I've been really busy and I've been going through a lot of different things, and the energy just wasn't right. I don't know if it was just the astrology. I don't really know if it's just environment and just the energy that's going on. I mean, I think it's a combination of things, and a combination of people and energies around me, you know what I mean? Because like I said, I'm very empathic, and I'm gonna soak in stuff like a sponge, you know what I mean? And I just want to make sure, you know what I mean, that I'm always gonna take the highest care of my videos, and to always put my subscribers first, and to not contribute to videos when I'm not up to par to be energetically impactful when I make a video. But this is gonna be it for this video. Just recognize that you could be somebody's missing piece, you know what I mean? And you could be the thing that helps a great person become great. And to recognize that this life isn't just about you, you know what I mean? It's about what you do in this life, and about the choices that you make, and it's about what you accomplish before it's your time to go. Alright, this is it from your boy Midnight. I'm glad you guys are chilling with me in the bathtub, because I don't think I ever made a video like this, but hey, you know, it felt right at the moment, so, and it was a good point, so I'm not mad at it. And I hope you're not mad at me, because I'm back, and I'm gonna try to continue to be who I am, and I'm gonna continue to help you guys to be the lighthouse when I can be, and to be strong and vigilant, and to lead you guys the right way, and to make you see that you could be a great person as well, and do great things in this life. Thank you very much from your boy Midnight. I'll see you guys next time.
Welcome to the Midnight Zone. My uncle loves you, and I love you too.
We're all in our private traps, clamped in them, and none of us can ever get out.
Sometimes we deliberately step into those traps.
Damn, Desire. made it from Dublin to San Jose, and now I'm finally at the next destination. There's definitely a lot of animals, dogs, cats in this place. It's actually known in the whole Bay Area that this place has like over 900 animals or something like that, some crazy number. So I'm hoping that I get to meet who I came here for. I've been driving all day. It's hot. It's definitely hot down here in the East Bay. But I'm excited to see some of these dogs. So I'll see you guys later.